Hello, UNA members. My name is Mpiima Mugambe. I'm running for Vice President UNA. And today I'm here to talk about some of our programs that we plan to implement when you put us in that office of the Vice President. Um, I know you've come across in some of the documents and the literature that we've been sending around on different platforms, you've come across a statement like community centered, community inclusive programs and programming. We believe that UNA, through her affiliate organizations and partnerships, needs to design community centered, community inclusive, and self sustainable programs which directly benefit the Ugandans in North America. Our leadership plans to create impactful and trauma informed programs that will contribute to our well being as immigrants. And just to be specific, Ugandan immigrants. Um, what do I mean by such programs? I'll give you an example of some of the fields that personally I'm more passionate about. It's the immigration. Immigration is an important field for our community. We I'm pretty sure we've all had a bite for ourselves while trying to settle in this country, a bite of the immigration system in the United States. And to some of us, it hasn't been easy. And trust me, your story is no different from my story. And to take you back, that's one of the biggest reasons why I started Immigrant Guide. And we have very many others in our community who haven't found it easy to settle or resettle. Some of them have been asylum seekers or have arrived to this country as asylum seekers, which is pretty a complicated status to survive, and sometimes with a family back home. We would like to support you or support another Ugandan who will arrive tomorrow at the borders of the United States as an asylum seeker. We would like the Office of the Vice President to be able to provide resources to such an individual. You, a Ugandan living in the United States, you are the priority to our campaign. We believe in you more than anything else. We believe that when your well-being is taken care of, our brothers, sisters, mothers and grandmothers and parents and friends in Uganda will be taken care of. Therefore, immigration is one of the main priorities that we are going to look at when creating these community-centered and community-inclusive programs. And the other one is going to be parenting. I'm just giving you examples off my head. I had the honor to work as a social worker in the Child Protective Service of the Washington State. And trust me, one of my experiences that I term as horrible is how immigrants are being affected by the system. Children from immigrant families end up being pulled out of those families, not because their parents are reckless, but because their parents don't know parenting in the United States and what it means. We would like to help you. To those who've lost their children to the system, we would like to support you and see whether it's possible to have that kid back. I know in some states it's not easy, but at least I've seen states where it's possible for you to get your parental rights back. And we would like to make this a main priority. And that's what building family is. That's why UNA exists, to consolidate the relationships we have and the families we have in this country. Definitely, youth programs are some of the programs that we are going to utilize. Small businesses and investments. You've seen, to those who've been attending the Uganda Independence Summit that we've been organizing in partnership with UCOC, you've seen how we've been able to engage Ugandans and talk about how they can better utilize the opportunities in this country to invest and empower themselves economically. And the most important one is the mental health that I'm pretty passionate about. And I'm a social worker, and I've done this for 13 years. Sorry, though I received my real professional title 2 years ago through the University of Washington. But mental work is very important. Each and every one of us experiences mental health challenges at least once in their lifetime, at least. But we hardly talk about it as immigrants. We hardly acknowledge it. Families break, people commit suicide, youth run away, they develop behaviors, and we reach a point of asking what went wrong. But the organization that has been existent for all that period of time without projects is able or has the ability to support you. Someone's going to ask where we are going to get funds. This is my gift, looking for funds and fundraising. You know, I've fundraised for Immigrant Guide, a small non-profit organization that has existed for only 2 years. I've fundraised for other organizations like Rafiki Theatre that I co-founded with my other wonderful friends. I can fundraise for UNAA. And the office of the vice president can have funds for the director for development who reports to that office so that we can implement these programs. That office needs someone who knows how the work is done. Entrust me with that office and you will see a precedent set. It will not be the same. Thank you. And I wish you well.